Hey, che bella cosa, una giornata e sole, un'aria serena, dopo una tempesta, per l'aria fresca, pare già una festa. Che bella cosa una giornata e sole, manna tu sole, più bello in me, o sole mio, sta in fronte a te. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. Pararara, ya da di da 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 di da da di da da. Ya di da 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 di da da di da da. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. That's O Sole Mio. O Sole Mio, my son. Son, S-U-N. O Sole Mio, my son, by I think his first name is Eduardo, but it's Di Capua. C-A-P-U-A. That's C-A-P-U-A. 1929. La di da da da. Da, da, da. Oh, look at that. There's an English version. This is that book I played from a few months ago. The world's best Neapolitan songs everybody loves. And there's a picture of a gondolier on the cover. The gondoliers are in Venice. These are Neapolitan songs, but the gondoliers also like to sing them, so that's fair. Let's see what the English lyrics are. Hey, Karen, nice to see you. Hello, Mary. Welcome back. Mary in Chicago. Hello, Jill. Jill, our winner. Our winner on the Price is Right last night. What did you win again? Someone else won blueberries. Forgetting what you won. Did you win a new car? You've won a new car. Behold the sunlight in all its splendor. Forgotten is the storm. The clouds now vanish. Oh, popcorn, that's right. The freshening breezes, heavy airs will banish. I don't like how this thing rhymes differently than the Italian. Behold the brilliant sun in all its splendor. A sun I know of that's brighter still this sun, my dear one, is not but thee. Thy face so fair to see, that shall now my son forever be. Hey, Dave in LA. Yeah, I don't think this English, I think we discovered that before. This English translation is not quite by Irving Bebo. No offense, Irving Bebo, but not loving the English here. But I'm sure you did some fine work elsewhere. Manna tu sole, più bello in me, o sole mio, sta in fronte a te. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. All right, that's that. The sun is out. The first lyrics in the Italian are after a storm, and I don't know if that's why it occurred to me. We had a little bit of rain here, so, and then I thought, you know what? I got to uncover all those books I was playing songs out of a few months ago. I've been leaning too heavily on the daily ukulele by that lovely couple, Liz and Jim Beloff. All right, I'm going to have a little iced coffee. Join me. Everyone pick up your iced coffees. Hello, Dawn. Dawn, you won the berries, didn't you? I didn't get any messages today on how I'm going to make good on these debts. I owe you Jill, I owe you popcorn. Dawn, I think I owe you some blueberries, the price of rubies. Fafi's lying here next to me. Everything's going fine. Tomorrow's the big screening of Today Is Now. Tomorrow is Today Is Now. Been doing as much promo as I can to try to fill. Oh, you did send an email. Okay. Oh, now I see. That looked like an ear pod, but that emoji is blueberries. All right, I'm gonna check my email a little more carefully. Dawn, sorry I missed that. ehbass@gmail.com, or bass if you prefer the fish. ehbass@gmail.com. Today oh, Jill, no problem. No, it's not urgent, but somehow I'll get you that popcorn. I think for the popcorn, what I should probably do is just find out, we could either do Venmo, or I could find out a movie theater near you and get you a gift certificate to that movie theater where you can claim your overpriced popcorn. Yeah, so I was doing promo. I was sending out text messages. I didn't send out any more emails, but I have a bunch of people from the movie are going to be there tomorrow. We really had a great cast, some really terrific actors, and some of them will be there. Lucas will be there, who's in the movie. Drew will be there, who plays a neighbor who's got some real issues. The neighbor is one of the great characters. The neighbor on sitcoms, my favorite neighbor character of all time was Larry on Three's Company. Larry was incredible. Larry was like that real player. He was a 70s player. He had his little black book. He was always popping in. Of course, Kramer is one of the great neighbors. Probably he might be the greatest sitcom neighbor. But even going back to the honeymooners, Ralph, is that his name? Or is Ralph the star? In any case, sitcom Neighbors. This isn't a sitcom, but The Neighbor is a special thing. So we were talking about maybe when we develop it into a series, there could be a recurring thing for that character, for Drew. Rufus, my friend Rufus, will be there. Terrific actor. Okay, and also Blake, who's a young guy. He's a teenager, and we shot the thing 2 years ago. We shot his scene, so he seemed more like a kid then. But I saw him on the block the other day, just yesterday, and he's my height, and he wouldn't have been a convincing kid so much if we shot it this summer. But 2 years ago, he still seemed like a kid. Very funny scene, which sadly did not make the 19-minute version of the movie, which we're showing at the festivals. But his scene is there and intact in the 28-minute version, which we're going to screen at some point. But first, we're just getting this thing through the festivals. I felt really bad because I loved his scene. I loved his performance. And then when we were working with the editors last summer to get it down to the right length, we had to lose some scenes, and we lost that one. So anyway, that should be fun. Little red carpet. There's a little red carpet there. A lot of festivals. I think they all have that now. People like to get on a red carpet and have their photo taken. I feel like I have red cheeks this evening. I've been going to swim at the pool here. We have one of the biggest, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's a WPA era, like a Depression era pool we have in the neighborhood. It's called the McCarran Pool. McCarran with 2 C's in the middle. The McCarran Park City Pool. It's enormous. They filled in part of it when they renovated it 10 years ago with concrete because it was just a giant, it was like a lake. And so the lap swim is right in the middle of the day. And I normally avoid going out in the sun in the middle of the day, like a vampire, because I have roots in Transylvania. So I try to avoid that. And also because my sister, the dermatologist, is very strict. Not strict, like she's not going to discipline me, but I take her advice on this. I'm not good at wearing sunscreen, but I stay out of that midday sun. I wear a hat religiously all summer. By religiously, I mean I don't believe in it. No, I don't. I had a joke about that. Doing something religiously, which would mean just doing it once a year. Does my sister do Botox? Yes. David, who are we asking for? For whom are we asking? Botox, short for botulism toxin. Botox. Who would have ever thought that a very popular drug would have an abbreviation for the word toxin in it? It's so unlikely. Yes, she does it does she do it? I see what you're saying. Does she do it herself? Personally, I don't know. I don't know, but you can ask her. I'd be happy to introduce you. She gets very high marks from her clientele. I know because I've recommended her to people in the past, and they've said your sister's just fantastic. I've heard that from a few people who've gone to see her. I've never gotten it, but I have these things, and I have these things. You need to get your face capped. I don't know if she does that, but that would be like a hybrid practice. That would be a dermatologist and cosmetic dentist working in cahoots. That would be kind of funny. A clinic where you would go. It would be like getting your car detailed, where they would work on everything at once. You know, David asks, can she do a porcelain veneers over my face? No, but there's a really cheap way of achieving the same effect as having porcelain veneers over your face. You just have someone stick your head in the toilet, and then you have your face covered with porcelain. um, or they could stick your head in the sink. Oh, that's a great title, Lost in Transylvania, instead of Lost in Translation. That's a great title. Wow. Astral, you gotta patent that. You got a cyber squat on that URL. Someone cyber squatted right on my URL. I have a little itch in my septum. So because I'm broadcasting here, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna stick my finger up there and scratch. I'm just gonna go like this. All right, maybe I'll do another song. Why not? Oh, by the way, I'm wearing this whale T-shirt. It's whales, and this is from the Center for Coastal Studies, CCS, septum tank. The Center for Coastal Studies. Remember, listen, we have to worry about our species, but we gotta think about the other species also. The other species are not having a great time. They're not having a real go of it. I can't read the articles about how bad things are going for them, or badly, if you prefer. But I see the headlines. The headlines get through my filter, my hair trigger filter. When it comes to articles and stories about animal suffering, I really can't take it. But still, some things drip through. So, you see these things about how, like, the Navy uses sonar waves as part of their research and part of their, defense technology, and it just totally screws with the whales because they use sonar to navigate. Big problem. And is that implicated in sometimes complete pods of these aquatic mammals beaching themselves? I think that's possible. And then, of course, there are all these strikes that, there's so much, because the whales go on strike. It's the labor unions. No, there are strikes where the whales get hit by ships because there's so many ships, there's so much traffic, and they get injured. Anyway, it's a no good. And then, of course, global warming is warming up the seas as well. So, time for Mr. Handkerchief. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, Astral. Instead of just using the back of my index finger to surreptitiously scratch my septum. It's a fine idea. Nothing at hand. Yes, waltz. Listen, walls. We got to call them walls. That's how it's pronounced, walls. Although in German you'd say Waltz. The Z is pronounced like a ts. Waltz. Hallo, Tim Waltz. Willkommen. Willkommen. David says use Fafi. Yeah, to itch. That reminds me of that joke about the bear, which we won't tell on this show because it's a family show. Yeah, I like waltz. Waltz. The thing that I didn't like was that crowd. Listen, that was great. I'm sorry, it's just such good news. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that she chose walls. As I told you, I was not happy with the idea of a Hebrew, a Hebraic vice president. I wouldn't mind, but it's just my sense that too many voters would mind. I know Neuro made a good point that the bigots aren't voting for this ticket anyway, but I don't know that. I think that there are a number of people who would they would balk at that idea. But the reason I'm extra happy is that when you see Shapiro talk, or at least let me speak for me, when I see him talk, I find him so over the top and bumptious and grandiose, which I guess is part of a style that does appeal to some people. That's slightly elevated energy and maybe slightly elevated rhetoric, but I find it obnoxious, honestly. I would have found it really hard I would have still supported, I would have still donated, I would have still been 100% behind. But now I have genuine enthusiasm for the ticket. I love the vibe. I love the two of them. I love their chemistry with each other. I love they have slightly different kind of musicalities to the way they talk, but they're both very positive and very engaging and smart and spontaneous and easygoing. It doesn't feel scripted. Shapiro feels like he's delivering. I feel like he's trying to sell me something. And then he has the Gordon Gekko hair. He has the slick back. And then he's doing what sounds like an Obama impersonation. The way he talks. I saw someone show this online where you play, I guess it was John Oliver? It was someone. But you play him talking and you show a picture of Obama. It literally sounds like and I'm using literally in the literal sense of the word. It literally sounds like someone doing an Obama impersonation. It's really weird. And then he uses the S word. I really don't like that. They shouldn't be cursing. Let the other side do the cursing if they want to. But here was the thing that really bugged me in the rally. On a couple of occasions, the crowd chanted "lock him up" spontaneously, which I don't think is a winning strategy. I mean, he should be locked up, but that's their thing, behaving like a pack of wolves, like a you know like they're in the Roman Colosseum and holding up their thumbs and asking for someone to be punished. I don't think we should be the party that engages in that at the rallies. And in fact, I saw both Harris and Waltz when that happened. They didn't refer to it, they didn't repeat it, they didn't say "don't say that" like scolding school teachers. They just both used an arm gesture to very clearly say, "tone that down. Let's not do that." One other thing I really don't like, and I know it's become the style for all of these rallies for each party, they put crowd members behind so that you can see it's the politician speaking, but then when you watch it, you're watching a select member of their audience in the background. You see their reactions. I don't like it. I know why they do it, but I don't like it. It feels like demagoguery. It feels like a show. You're showing how supported you are instead of just giving your message and let the support be the support. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, he seems authentic. He is authentic. I agree. He definitely is authentic. There's no there's no two ways about it. He had one line that I didn't love, which surprised me, but I can't remember what it was. It just, I wouldn't say it went over a line, but he made one little retort. Oh, he made that couch joke, which again, I wouldn't do it. I think first of all, that couch thing turned out to be a fabrication. Also, there was clear vinyl covering over the couch, so it was safe. No, that couch thing was just a meme that got. Yeah, that was kind of a weak moment. And he also said the phrase, "Did you see what I did there?" Yeah, it was a fabrication. After he told that, it's not really even a joke. It was weak on the humor scale. I don't think it was the right tone for this ticket. They shouldn't be doing that. They should keep it really positive. I also don't think, and I heard someone else point this out, I don't think her line of attack of "I'm the prosecutor, he's the felon" is the winning one. It's true, it's undeniable, but it's kind of seems like stating the obvious, and maybe what do I know? But it's just my instinct is that the strategy of just continuously calling them out on their nonsense. I don't know. I'm probably wrong on that one. Oh, fabrication. I see. Yeah, it's yeah, the vinyl covering. I guess I should have made that joke at the time. It might be a little late for that. That's safe. If you want to make love to your furniture, that's how you do it safely. And if you're, there's a joke in here about a lazy boy. Lazy boy. Oh, Blue Lady, you agree. Yeah, that line is, there's something, right? I'm glad you agree. There's something, I don't know if it feels like punching down. Maybe that's what it is. But we know you were a prosecutor. Also, being a prosecutor isn't really that popular a gig. I find that a very distasteful job. I know it's part of our judicial system. It's adversarial, and you have to have people on both sides. But like, I knew personally a couple of people who worked as prosecutors, and I found it really distasteful. I was once at dinner with them, and they were sort of bragging about how this idea of putting someone away for more years rather than less is a point of pride for them. They make their careers by, taking away people's freedom, whether or not, in some cases that's deserved. It's not something to brag about. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't normally do political strategy on this show for two reasons. Because I don't like the show to get too political, and because I don't know anything about political strategy. I just have my instincts. Like many of us, that's all I have when it comes to that subject. But I also will say, yes, David, prosecutors, yeah. Prosecutors are a key ingredient in all of that unfairness and all of that discrimination and racism in our justice system. Of course, judges and juries and police, it's a systemic thing. After You've Gone. Oh, I don't know that song. I'm remembering that there were a few songs I threatened to learn, and I haven't learned them. When I want you in the night, and I want you to hold me tight whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. When I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. So, Everly Brothers, yes, and yes, but the music is by Boudleaux Bryant. Boudleaux Bryant. Okay, here comes the bridge, or whatever that's called. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, All I have to do is dream. What is that song about? Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I have a dream, lover, so I don't have to sleep alone. Oh, Dream Lover. Isn't that the same song? I mean, thematically, that's the same song. Dream, dreamy, dreamy dreams, 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 dreams. Mom, I liked the first version of your text. I knew what you meant. They raised the bar. Absolutely. The bar needs raising. It's a song about narcolepsy, yes. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my day tomorrow, and then I'm going to say goodnight. At 9:30, I'm going to go over to North 4th Street to the orthodontist. No, yeah, Invisalign. Are they called orthodontists? I don't know. But I'm picking up a new retainer, like a tween or like a young teenager. I'm going to the orthodontist because I broke my retainer. How did I break my retainer? Well, I was out walking on the street and I didn't like the look of someone, and I bit them right on the tibia. Well, I bit them on the tibia and the fibula at the same time. I just got a good chunk out of the shin. It was the shin. I bit him on the shin and cracked my retainer. I was impersonating a beagle. No, that's not what happened. I don't know why. I don't know how I broke my retainer, but it's a little cracked. So I'm going to do that. Then I may or may not swim at 11. I've been swimming at 11. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I've been out there in the sun in the middle of the day, a little too much. And then going to go pick up some of the people who were in this movie and going to drive them to the movie theater. The metatarsals and the phalanges. Yes, I broke a metatarsal once. My own. I didn't bite someone else's. I broke my 5th metatarsal. I had that fancy Jones fracture. It's also known as the dancer's fracture. I did not get it from dancing. I got it from pickup basketball. Harrison Walsh. What are we saying there? Harrison Walsh headed to Georgia. That sounds great. All right, this is going well. $6,000. Do I win the Invisalign? That's very funny. No, it was a lot cheaper than that. I was shocked. It was a company, not, it wasn't called Bridge. It wasn't called Cavity. I'm trying to think of the one name. Beam. It was called Beam Street. It's a chain of Invisalign sweatshops where they get children with tiny hands to do the work. No, they don't. It's actual. Anyway, it's called Beam Street, and it's a chain. And I guess because it's a chain, does that mean they can make it cheaper? I don't know. I think usually the chains, yeah, chains they can use to make things cheaper. They have purchasing power. Anyhow, so I got that. I got maybe a swim, and then picking people up and playing chauffeur to go to the film festival. So, okay, there it is. That's the show tonight. I'm going into overtime. I think I'm going to do yeah, I'm going to do the outro. But yes, if anyone's in town and they want to see the show, please come. The movie tomorrow, Today Is Now. The movie tomorrow. The movie is Today Is Now. It's a short, it's a 19-minute mockumentary, and it is funny. I guarantee it's funny, and I guarantee it will change your life. And you'll get to see Forest Hills, Queens. Who the hell gets to go there? So, thank you, Mick Jett. Here comes a Mary. I feel like if you had guessed correctly, you wouldn't win an Invisalign. You would just win my teeth. So if you're lucky you didn't guess perfectly. I would have just sent you. Yeah, so tomorrow at 3:30 at the Festival of Cinema NYC. Please come. You can take the F train straight there. It's 71st Street. It's really you'll get to see it. It's going to be online at some point in the fall, I think. The subway connection. There's a lot of subways that go right there, just a block from the theater. It's called the Regal UA Midway. It's a very elaborate name for a movie theater. The Regal UA for United Artists, the Regal UA Midway, Festival of Cinema NYC. Please come to the screening tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. if you're in New York. Oh, Fafi, I'll show you Fafi after I sing the song. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side. Through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just a traveling along, singing a song, side by side, side by side. Side by Side, Harry Woods, 1927. All right, I'm gonna bring Fafi up to say hello. Fafi, come here. Oh, Fafi, say goodnight, Fafi. Say goodnight, Gracie. Say goodnight, Fafi. There she is. She looks a little stunned to be on camera. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Good girl. All right, good girl. Thanks, everybody, for sending her healing vibes. Oh, Beyond the Sea. That's a good one. Yeah, we'll do that one again. Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.